guys, this is Spiffy Guy and we're out here for another adventure. It is Friday, January 16th, I think it is. And we're out at Cuivre River State Park for a quick overnight. And our insertion point today is the equestrian campsite. This is on the far south end of the park. Right along Frenchman Bluff Road, which you can see right here. And we just kind of parked out there, a little worried about my car, but we'll figure it out. Hopefully nobody will mess with it. Nice little campground. They got some vault toilets, which actually seem a bit full. It's kind of chilly though. It's like 37 degrees, I think, but it's supposed to get up into the low 50s. So we're gonna head on the Frenchman Bluff Trail. And we're going to head over to a campground that I camped at about 3 years ago, actually. And it kind of kicked it all off. So this is sort of a anniversary hike here. But enough jaw jacking. It's kind of chilly. So let's get moving and warm up a bit. Heard of about 8 white-tailed deer. I saw them when I pulled into the parking lot moving. I wasn't sure if I would catch up with them. It's quite a bit. They do have a managed hunt out here in December. Kind of thin out the herd a little bit. That's very cool. We haven't hardly gotten anywhere. We just crossed this road, which is called Cheatham Road, I believe. And now we're going to get up on the ridgeline. So let's see if we can't get up there, and then I think we'll double back. Maybe we'll catch up with the herd. This is Big Sugar Creek, I believe. And we start to get the views. If you want views out at Cuivre River, you got to go through the Frenchman Bluff Trail, which is what I'm doing right now. It rides the ridgeline up here, and it's going to give you the best views. Now I've done some sections of it, but I haven't completed it, and so it's kind of my goal for this trip is to do this. Here's another overlook on the Frenchman Bluff Trail. You can see off in that direction there's a quarry out there. And I think that little creek down there, I think that's Geode Creek, but I'm not sure. Geode Creek might be the next one over. But it is shaping up to be a beautiful day. And the views are nice. No clouds in the sky. So we're just going to keep on hiking here. But I'll flip the camera around and we'll take a look at the map here and I'll show you what the plan is. You can see I'm rocking the chest pack here with the ULA circuit. So right down here is the equestrian parking lot. And so we're coming up here. We did a quick jog over and we're going to take the Frenchman loop, which is actually going to loop all the way around. And then we're going to connect through here on the Cuivre River South loop. And we're going to take this connector across, and then over here is the campground that I'm going to stay at. And then on the way back we might do this section of the South Loop, maybe the Hamilton Hollow Trail if we have time, and then kind of come back and knock out some of these little trails on this side. But this Frenchman Bluff goes all the way along here, and there's a bunch of geocaches I think in here too, so if you're into that sort of thing, take a look before you come out. I think there's a few, I know there's a few in the park, but I think there's a few right along this Frenchman Road and this Cheatham Road here, so keep an eye out for that. But you know, I just can't say enough about this day. It is January 16th and it is supposed to be 51 degrees, and I think it's supposed to be almost 60 tomorrow. So just ridiculous. This is a kind of an exciting day. 3 years ago on the 13th of January, I did my first solo hike here, and I'll put an annotation to that video. It's kind of a popular one, oddly enough, on YouTube here. Now you probably can't see it, but right on this tree down there, it looks like a hawk is sitting out looking over the field. Very cool. I heard him hollering earlier, and I'm betting that's him. But today I am actually going to do the overnight in the tarp. We're going to use the tarp along with the sleeping mat and you know, my quilt. I'm not going to rely on a fire too much, and then we'll use the little Graber heat sheet as the ground cloth. I hate to keep stopping, but wow, these views are really nice. This is probably the clearest one. Got the quarry back there, the little creek, river, whatever that is, and it's just awesome looking. Such a beautiful day, and these rocks are really, really cool. I like rocks like that, you know, the cliffs with the trees coming out. That's very neat. There's just a lot of wildlife out, a lot of birds flying around. Animals getting all excited, thinking spring's coming with this weather. But the trail goes right along the ridge line and follows this road for a little while, so we're going to keep going. I think I've gone about 1.5 miles, so not too far. It's a beautiful day. See here, we're on the other side of the valley now, and the trail goes inland a little bit, but then it comes back, peeks through the trees, and you get some decent views like this of the big cliff. There you go. Don't fall. But you can see the creek is out there, and then the quarry is over here. I don't know I think we'll see it again. There's a nice deer stand right out in the middle there. You guys got a good view, 360 all the way around. Bet you it's a good spot with the water sources and all that. But we're just gonna keep on cruising. We're booking through a little section of cedar here, and you can see that somebody has lopped off a few to make the views. But it's about 20 to 12. We got a late start at about 10:30 or so. So we'll see how far we get. All right, this is that Cheatham Road. Just kind of show you where we're at here. So we started way down here, came all the way up here, around this way, and now we're right here. Getting closer. Now, to the left here, you can see is the white connector number 5 that goes down that direction, and to the right is the Black Hawk Point Trail, which is a loop that we were actually kind of on. It shares the same route as the South Loop, which is straight ahead. Now, it's worth pointing out that you can mountain bike apparently on this section here, but right where we're at right now, the mountain biking stops. So you have to go back down Cheatham Road, because connector 5 doesn't allow it that direction, and then there's no more bike in that direction. But for the most part, I mean, the trail's not too bad. I think folks who have some sort of biking skill would be able to do it. That person is not me, so I will use my feet and continue that way. That's a woodpecker up there. I believe it's a pileated woodpecker. I think they're the big ones. There's another one somewhere over here. They're talking back and forth. I don't think they're happy I'm here. It's a very neat little spot right here with this rock. I like the creeks when they come right up next to the rock like that and kind of hollow it out. But this creek gives us a good indication as to where we are on the map. We can see that the trail is over there, and then the trail goes up this hill. So if we come take a look at our map here, and I'll do my best to get the glare down, you can see that we're right here next to this creek, and by the topo lines we're going up a hill. So if we're looking this direction, you can see right down there we've got a hill on the one side and a hill on the other, and the creek in the middle. So that puts us exactly right here. And we're going to follow it around until we get to connector 4, and then we're going to hop off, and that'll take us over onto the northern loop, and then we'll move over off to the map to that backpacking site. This is the one up by the grave of David Dewey. That's that site right there. And typically I would hike up over here on the other side of K. So let's get rolling. We got a hill to climb, which is always fun. It's a big old ice dam. Water seeping out the side of the hill. Goes all the way up there. Once you hit the top up there, you come to the remains of an old Conservation Corps camp. There's some folks up there, so I didn't want to whip the camera out, freak them out, but there's about 4 or 5 of these platform foundations here. There's one back over there, I think, and then another back in here. So the trail hooks to the right up there and goes down the hill that I just came up, but there is a road going to the left. I didn't see it on the map, so not sure what it is, but the ground, as you can see, is thawing out and turning to mud. So the horses have it chewed up in some areas. So it's either frozen and you know, clumpy, or it's thawing out. So we're gonna head down this hill. I kind of have an idea where I'm at. So I remember coming up this hill, and if I remember correct, there's a weird trail jog that's mislabeled. So we'll see if they've got that fixed. But beautiful sight. All those white sycamores down there, the bald tops. Very cool. And that's down where the creek is. And those sycamores, they're good for lighting fires and stuff, bow drills. And they like water, so if you were in search of water and you saw a site like that, I'd probably expend the calories and go down the hill. The sign here says WC4, and that sign up there says 4, so that tells me I'm actually on the turnoff that I was looking for. So that road that didn't have a label is most likely the trail going the other direction. And you can see here, and this is what I complained about last time, is that they've got trail markers for the loop, even though it's on a connector. So let's whip out the map and just take a peek real quick. So you can see this is right where the Conservation Corps camp is. So now I'm running along the creek, which is off to my left-hand side. But I didn't see any signs up there that showed that the connector was this direction. So in theory, we shouldn't have any dark blazes at all. This should all be white blaze, because it's not, you know, it's not like it's sharing like this, you know. So that's kind of a bummer. But we'll head around this and we'll cross over the creek there, and then see if we can't get right here. I believe right here is a spring, so we'll refill on water